on the move onto the last field of planting wheat onto peanut ground. We might do some more later on cotton ground, but for now this will be the last peanut field. Peanut harvest is officially done. They finished up on Saturday, so that is very exciting. So now we just got to clean the machines. I cranked up that pivot on Saturday. It was all in auto, so I could just do it with my phone. I didn't have to be there if I didn't want to be. But it is done irrigating. It's nice and wet, so we're gonna plant some wheat today. Finish up that last field. One Airseeder is not gonna be able to finish it, or one tank full. So my brother, he's gonna go get that seed tender and he's gonna fill it up all the way, put 15,000 pounds in it and bring it over there so that I'll be able to fill up halfway through the day. All right, pulling up to the field here. This one's definitely gonna take me all day long. This is half a section. Hopefully I'll be done, hopefully by supper. I'm thinking 8 hours and then I should be done with 240 acres, which it's a 230 acre half, but with all the end rows and extra passes around the edges of the field and everything, it'll probably end up being closer to like 250 acres. So it'll definitely take me every bit of 8 hours. And before we start, I want to create a new track. Let's do A+ heading. I want to try doing at least a 20-degree offset. So this is 180 degrees. I'm going to try doing at least 200 degrees. If that is too bumpy, if that is too rough, then I'm going to switch to 190 degrees, a little bit shallower of an angle. Just that way I can for sure kind of flatten it out, because you know, we did have listed beds. We harvested this way, we dug this way, so there's a little bit of couple of small little valleys across the field going this way. So a little bit of an angle will flatten it out and smooth it out real good. So I'm gonna try 200 and see what that does. If that's too rough, because I still want to be able to go decently fast. 200 degrees, set A, done. GPS on. I want to go at least 8 miles an hour, just that way I can cover some good acres and to kind of spread out that dirt a little bit more. I'm not going to put the Airseeder quite yet in the ground. I'll just leave it here as is, and we'll get up to speed and we'll see how rough this is. And it doesn't feel too bad. This might work like this. I got my Airseeder, I got the fan off, so I might as well, I'm just gonna put it in the ground a little bit. It's not gonna be planting any weed, I'll just be cultivating. Yeah, that's pretty smooth. It's actually not as bad as what I thought, so. Yes, I know, I'm not planting. Shut up. Alright, yeah, I think this will work. Alright, 200-degree angle, it is. So we'll get back to the edge of the field. I'll turn on my fan, and we'll get to planting. And that's gonna spool up. I'll give that just a second. I'm doing about 80 pounds to the acre on this field. So I wanna make sure my RPMs definitely gotta be around that 3,300. So we're at 3,000 right now. It'll warm up, it'll get a little higher. Meanwhile, let's double check everything, make sure that all my row units are planting. Make sure wheat's coming out everywhere, which looks like it is. And then, yeah, it looks good. And then I just noticed, I guess I snagged a tumbleweed coming onto the field over here. Got a tumbleweed underneath here, I'll just grab that while I'm at it. I don't need you making a valley and not doing a good job. Oh, I hate being underneath here. Oh, come here. It's a big one too. Ah. Grabbed half of it. I can just throw you back off the field. Don't need you on my Airseeder. Looks like my RPMs are a little low. I'll crank that up to let's say 760. And then I'll just keep an eye on that gauge. Make sure it stays around that 3300 mark. But looks like we're getting right there. At 3100, I can speed up maybe a little bit. I bet you as soon as that hydraulic oil warms up, I'm gonna have to bump this guy back down in a hurry. I guess 792 it is then. That's 3200. There's 3300. So let's get to planting. Changed my mind a little bit, not on the angle that we're sticking to 200 degrees, but I went 2 rounds deeper, which is about, I think it's about half an inch deeper, I think, or it might be an inch deeper, I don't even know, but I went 2 rounds deeper, and I slowed down to, I have it set to 7.6, but around 7.3, 7.2, and we'll slow down a little bit. Felt like that is making it a little bit smoother back there, so we are going to be swathing this. And the smoother we get it, the better. The rougher the swather has to drive down the field, it's not fun. I like it when the field is nice and smooth and I can go a really nice fast pace. So that's what I'm looking for. I do believe we are going to bring the land roller out here again, and we are going to roll all of our wheat acres that we're wanting to swath. So that'll help a little bit for it to get a little bit smoother. Probably not a whole lot, but a little bit. It's not going to do, like, it's not gonna make it perfect, but it'll help a little bit. But I think the way I got it dialed in right now, I think it'll be just fine. Well, we just did a quick little break. Check this out. It didn't even take that long. We found the other day, we were messing with it because we were curious and we were like, hey, I wonder if we can do that. We were thinking, how nice would it be to have a camera on this thing when you're driving down the road. You're so long, you got the tank in the way, you can rarely see when there's a vehicle behind you. And when you're in the field, it'd be nice to see if all of a sudden the Airseeder is messing up. So, check this out. We now got a camera on here. That is nice. I can tap on it, I can make it full screen if I want to. That's not the greatest quality camera by no means, but it's enough to see if there's a vehicle behind you, and it's enough to see if anything is clogging up or messing up back there. So yeah, good enough. It's not bad. I like it. I can just flip through the pages here. So I got just my GPS page here. I got my we put the extra screen in here, so I got the whole Airseeder run page over there. Then I just tap the arrow, wait for it to load, and then boom, got it. I did also edit the trigger to where if I would ever back up, then I also see it. But this way, I got the full screen right here. When I'm driving down the road, I can just have that page open because you're not using GPS anyway, depending on what you're wanting to use. But then I constantly got a camera back there to see if anything's going wrong or if there's a vehicle behind me. The only thing is with this camera is the fact that the only good spot we could really find is a little bit low. So the brackets for the Airseeder, you know, it's kind of, or on the cultivator, it's kind of in the way a little bit. So we're thinking we haven't decided yet. We'll see how we like this here. If it's fine, we'll leave it like this. If not, then we might mount it up there on the tank. We don't really want to do that because then we gotta, you know, silicone it shut and make sure it's all airtight and watertight and everything. So we haven't decided yet. We'll see how we like this first. If we like it, we'll keep it. If not, we might think about changing it. Oh boy, not the worst thing ever, but got a row unit. It's not planting. Thankfully, I got sensors, and it's just one row unit. This one right here. So I'll take it apart real quick, and then pretty sure I'll find some type of kernel or something in there. See if I can do this all one-handed. That's the piece at the bottom. Let's get this pretty flue out. Make sure all these are free of debris. Yeah, looks like we're good. And we'll put this lid back on. Doing this all one-handed is rough. There you go. No air leaks. Not air leak coming out of there. All right, should be good to go again. And I just make a little loop around and then let it back down, just that way there's no dead spots and I'm not, you know, driving over anything, and I'm still planting like I should. Well, it just did it again right as I drove a couple of feet. Went back here and checked. Had to go grab the camera. Looks like I always end up finding some sort of treasure in the field. Nice piece of metal. Guess I gotta now get that seed out of there. Looks like it's all stock full of seed. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that'll be good right there. I think it'll work now. Make sure this hose is clear and I feel air blowing out the bottom. Yeah, we're good to go. Yeah, glad I got that out of there. Nice. Now let's get back. Now I gotta make a whole another loop around. That's nice. I'm thinking, still got a little bit of seed left in the tank. At least enough for, I would say, another 50 acres. I've done now about 124. It was about 120 whenever I got to the short rows. Now with doing these end rows, you know, now I'm at 125. And I'm thinking by the time I'm done with this little stretch of end rows, I might go ahead and fill up. Seed tender is right there. Seed tender has 15,000 pounds in it. And I can fit 15,000 pounds in here. If I go ahead and fill up once I'm done with these end rows, I should have enough seed to finish the rest of this without having to first empty out this tank and then come back and then fill up. Because whenever I'm done with these end rows right here, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna start on that side, and it's at an angle to where now I'd be going further onto the field. So whenever I would get empty, it'll be a longer drive and it'll be very far and out of the way drive just to come back this way to fill up. Thinking this way it's a little bit more convenient because I'm gonna go that way and then come back, and I'm gonna end right around here somewhere, and then I can just drive. Seed tender is right here. I don't know. To me it makes sense. I think it's a little more efficient that way. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I should have enough seed to finish the rest of this field. Well, that's 133 acres. And I did the math. I should be able to, whatever I can fit there now in the Airseeder, if I top it off all the way, I should be able to finish this field with the seed that I have. Let's see if I can get this first try. I'm gonna turn off my fan. I always forget it every time. Don't need that yelling in my face the entire time. Yeah, and I'm actually pretty close to empty. It's closer to empty than what I thought. So, oh, yeah, definitely. Whatever I fit in here, I will definitely be able to finish this field without a doubt. And I gotta take this end spout off again. So I'll just lower it so that I can get to it easier. Swing it out a bit. Drop it all the way down. As long as I'm not hitting anything, good to go. Let's see here. And then, where's the spongy? Right here. How did I do it last time? I forget this every time. I think like that. Where did I hook it on last time? Maybe right there? Yeah, I don't think that should go anywhere. Alright, back to the original broadcast. Aw, man! I'm too far away. Alright, time to back up and try again. There we go. Much better. Open the gates. Close the gates, that way I can empty out the conveyor. Just that way it's not on full load next time. And the reason for the triple tap, or well, shaking, by doing so I force air to clean this seal right here. Just that way, these tanks are pressurized, moves all the debris out of the way, and that way it's a tighter seal. Works better if the fan is on, because then it kind of blows air out, but you know, when you have the fan off when loading like this, then I do it this way. Alright, load it up, come and go do another 120 acres. Ah, my favorite time of year. 6 o'clock and the sun is down. Don't you just love the time change? Cleaning up some end rows, and then we'll be done. Done with the circle rows, or the, I guess, outside of the field. Now I just got swap track, and yep, that should be the right one. I love that little swap track feature. It's actually very nice. Gonna do these 2 more passes right here along the center. And then we'll be done. right alongside this cotton, which needs to die. It's taking its sweet time. It's been defoliated, but it's still green. It's supposed to take like 10 days, but it's been well over 2 weeks, almost I think 3 weeks already. Yeah, it's taking its sweet time. It's still green, but it's looking like tomorrow we might do a little bit of stripping, or stripping cotton. Don't get ahead of yourselves now. So yeah, that'll be fun. Looking forward to that. I'm excited to hop back in the cotton stripper again and harvest some cotton. We're looking forward to it. We got 3 60-acre fields we're doing tomorrow, and then who knows? I don't even know if we will continue after that. I think the rest of the stuff is still a little bit green, so who knows when we'll get in the field again. But I guess stay tuned for that. Doing the last pass. What I did here, if you're wondering why I got cotton on both sides, when I came on that side, I was on the cotton, I got to the pivot, I just made a nice, try to get closer to the pivot, and I just took the second track back this way. Now I'm taking this way, and then I can get really close on both sides of the pivot. That way, everything is covered in wheat, and it'll be better weed pressure for next year. But made decent progress today. Had a little bit of a late start, but we're still able to finish. It's 7:45 right now. Just about, I got 242 acres done right now. It'll be about 245 by the time we're done. So 230 acres. I'm surprised there's not more acres on the end rows. I guess the bigger the field, the less acres there are on the end rows. On the smaller 120 acre fields, you could always count for about 20 acres extra just on end rows. And looks like now I might be at 15, so I guess technically a little bit less wasted seed, right? I mean, that's not wasted. We're gonna harvest or swath it anyway. It'll get watered, it'll grow nice and tall. Honestly, thicker the better. Easy as that. And we're done. That's it. Total 246. Very nice. Folding. All right, that's it for today. Well, as always, appreciate y'all for watching. I'll see y'all guys in the next one.